Well, hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are having a super duper fantastic day out there today. I am joined here with none other than my ace in the hole. This is my girl. Y'all just don't even understand all the things that we are doing together, that we have planned to do
Yes.
together. But this is Adrienne Hollimon. She has been a guest several times on this platform. She's definitely have done both years of Denise's 12 Days of Christmas. I'm sure she's going to be there again this year. She already committed. I know she has. So we ain't even going to get into that. Just know that she will be back inside of this community again. But today we are here to be in conversation with you about the refreshing. If you are logging on, we want you to go ahead and put it inside the chat who you are. Number one, let us know because we want to know who's here. And then also put in the chat the refreshing. Put in the chat the refreshing, because that's what this conversation is all
Yes.
about. It's all about what we're going to be doing in the great island of Jamaica, the things that we're going to be learning, the things that we're going to be experiencing. Like, it's going to be an event, an experience that you should plan to be a part of. So, Adrienne, but I'm going to stop talking. And what I'm going to do is allow you to introduce yourself and let people know who you are and what it is that you do.
So I am Adrienne Hollimon, and I am the founder of Discovering Your Treasures Life Coaches. I'm a speaker, author, mom, grandmom. I'm doing all that stuff and loving every moment of it.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much for being here. So let's just start off by telling people, what is the refreshing? What is the refreshing?
So the refreshing is a retreat that we're holding in Jamaica. But the basis of it, we actually could hold it anywhere. It can be in an auditorium, it can be in a small church, or it could be in a classroom. But the premise is that we're going after your stuff, right? Our why for doing it is because there's so much. We just believe that there's so much in us women, and especially professional women. We get in there and we're doing the thing, and we go in routine because we're driven and we have to get it done. And then our souls feel lacking.
Yeah.
And then many times we're doing this stuff and we don't feel fulfilled, or we've been had such a rough year and we've had one hit back to back to back that we're just like, we feel like we're on the ropes. And we don't want you to go into another year on the ropes, right?
Right.
Because not only are you going to be on the ropes, but your businesses are going to fail. Your relationships are going to fail because you're not going to have the energy to get done what you know you can do. That's another part of our why. We know women have it going on. They've got the skill sets. They've got the ability to do it, and it doesn't get done. And that right there drains you on a daily basis, knowing in your mind, I know I can do this. I know I got to do this, but why aren't I getting it done? And
Yeah.
so at the refreshing, we're going after your stuff
Yeah.
so that in your new year, in your new life, you can do all of those things that you know that you're able to do. Right. So we labeled it change. I want to change. So we're going to go after those pieces in there that prevent you from changing. You know, we're going after limited beliefs. We're going after unforgiveness. We're going after procrastination. We're going after self-doubt. We're going after low confidence. We're going after all of those things that are keeping you from doing what you said you needed to do. You said you were called to do. You know what your purpose is and what your passion is, and you're not getting it done. We're going after all of that. So you go get your stuff.
There you go.
So
There you
that's
go.
what the refreshing is, that when you leave that island, see, the island is just the bonus, right?
Right.
It's like
For
that's your
sure.
recovery room. After you come out of surgery, the island is your recovery room. So that's just the bonus. But when you leave that island, you will be able to have the motivation and the momentum and the understanding and the clarity to do everything that you said you're going to do. And you're going to have a strategic plan for getting it done.
Yeah. Yeah. And see, and that's the thing. I think we talk a good game. Hey, Carol, I wanted to acknowledge you. And definitely, if you're hopping on inside of the chat, drop your name, let us know who you are and even where you're from, and what's your plans for the new year, right? Because I think sometimes we know that there's some things that we want to do and we write them down. We really do. Like, we're really vigilant about the New Year's resolutions and maybe even things to do and making things to do list and all the things that we'd like to accomplish. But we don't really revisit, right, the list, and we
Mhm.
don't make the list exist. So existence is just such an important part of these goals and dreams and aspirations that we have. Like, it's good to write a thing down, but if it's not on the calendar, if you haven't made a plan to take any necessary actions, how
Mhm.
do you expect those things to show up? How do you expect, hey, Tiffany, how do you expect those things to show up in your life if you never make them exist in some
Right.
form of reality,
Right.
right? It's
Right.
one thing to say, oh my God, I want to be a powerhouse speaker. And in your mind, you know that you're capable of doing it, right? Because that's where the disappointment comes in, because you already know that you can do it. People have already said, oh my God, every time you get up and speak, I feel something. Or every time words come out your mouth, you inspire me or motivate me to take certain actions that I haven't been able to take on my own. But how do you get those things to exist? Sometimes it's a blocker on praying, hoping, wishing for things to show up, not really understanding that faith without works is dead. Put it in the chat.
Right.
Faith without works is in fact dead.
Your
Yes,
action meter is all the way down there.
Yeah.
Your wishing is over here, but the action is
down there. Yeah. So I just wanted to share a story with you guys and just give you an idea on what type of breakthrough you can actually have at the refreshing. Like I remember back in 2013 when God told me that speaking and teaching is something that I should be doing, and immediately I went into a shell. Like I went into a panic. Like I almost couldn't believe what it was that I was hearing. Like, no, God, this is not for me. I am not the person to be on the stage to speak. But I was receiving those accolades or those words of affirmation from people saying, Deneen, but every time you speak, I feel something, or you're able to motivate me or make me think of things in a new way. And in order for me to be able to build that courage, build that confidence, build that competence, I need to train. I had to start building myself, my belief system, my skills in order to be able to do what I believe God was calling me to, right? So when we're at the refreshing, we're going to be releasing some things. We're going to renew some things. We're going to relaunch some things. And then we're going to relax and what it is that's happening, that transformation that's happening that can sometimes feel uncomfortable. But what I'm saying is when you set your mind to align yourself with the thing that God is calling you to do, I promise you it will come to pass.
Yes. And that's the thing. Like you were sharing, for me, I was in a similar place. I knew I had the giftings. I knew I had the callings. And many of you know my stories. I was sitting on the front row of the church for years. And I kept saying, God, I got all this stuff. You've given me all this stuff. You've given me all these precious promises, but I'm not doing anything with them. And I don't want to die with all of this good stuff in me. And he's like, so why aren't you doing it? Because they won't let me. They're not allowing me. They didn't call you. I did. And if I've called you, I've also equipped you, and I'm going to give you the action that you need. And that action included aligning with people who were doing what I needed to do.
That
right?
part.
Learning about the gifting that is in me. Because it's one thing to have the gift. You know, you can have an amazing voice, but the vocal coach teaches you how to use it.
That part.
Right? So you got the gifting, but you've got to learn how to utilize it, how to perfect it. Even in the Bible, when they talked about the singers, that they were skilled, meaning they trained and learned how to use the gift that was in them. And for me, part of my training is learning how to be consistent.
Yeah.
Learning how to write goals and follow them.
That.
Or not write them and then check on them next month. Like, what happened these 2 weeks? There's no goals on these 2 weeks, boo. What did you get done? Well, I actually was not as productive those 2 weeks.
Right.
Because I didn't write nothing down. And I wasn't following up to see where I was in my progress.
Right. It didn't even plan any actions in order to get it done. Right. I was in a training last night and the coach advised me, like I was telling her what my passion project is, because I have this new passion project that I'm working on. And she was just like, and I asked her, I said, hey, do I need to come up with like the metrics on how to measure the success of the people that's in the program now? And she was just like, Deneen, no. First, you got to get past the enrollment and registration process. She said, what you are doing is right now you're looking at where you are and you're looking down to the finish line, right? To see what it is that you need to do to help them get to where they are, but you're standing in the wrong place. Where I need you to stand is in the future, where you already have the people registered. You already have them inside of the class. You already have them enrolled in what it is. And then take a look back on what actions you need to take to get to that situation, to that point. Does that make sense? If y'all getting that, put it in the chat. Got it. Put it in the chat. Got it. So I want you to get that whatever it is that you see for yourself in Jamaica at the refreshing, or you see for yourself in 2023, if you are not standing already in the future, if you don't have the ability to call something forth that is not yet present, you'll be talking about this thing again next year.
In 2024.
Oh, 2024, right? And you'll still be talking about this thing next year. So what I need you to do right now, like right now, if it was one goal in any area of your life, whether it was family, whether it was other relationships, your career, your finances, your health, where do you see yourself in the next 3 months, right? And the end of December, when we're going into 2023, you are standing in what possibility, right? What have you created for yourself, right?
Yeah.
A life of health and prosperity, a life of unimaginable love and relationship. Like, what is it that, like, create something like right now? This is for the two people that I see out there, right? That's commenting in the chat. I need you to do this. Tell me, what is it that you see for yourself, right? Just stand there in December, right before the ball drops, right before the bottles are popped. So if you're doing champagne or sparkling cider or whatever it is, right before Happy New Year, or you're at the church doing bringing in New Year at church, like right there where you're standing, right with 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is it?
What do you see?
That you see? Because if you don't start standing there, like today, on what it is that you want to be celebrating when 2023 comes in, you're not gonna have it. Do you get that? Like, it takes something to be able to see yourself already experiencing, living out the things that you see in 2023. And I'm telling you, if you are not already standing there, you're not gonna get it. So that's where I need you to stand. And y'all ain't putting nothing in the chat yet. Now, hopefully you're thinking about what it is that you want to see for yourself, right? I'm going to put myself on the line because I think it requires that, right? I totally need to be 15 pounds lighter. Totally. Like, and I know that is doable. I've done it before. But here is here is my hiccup. Here is the thing that keeps defeating me. I have a conversation that I'm going to the refreshing to renew and relaunch, is that I can't do it by myself. Right? That I continue to invest in health consultants and programs and all these things to help me get it. And if I don't have them, I can't do it. Well, here's the thing. There's teachers and trainers out there that you connect with for a season. Put it in the chat. A season. For a season. And not that I should strive to do things on my own, but do you get that there's so many people that's living here in this world that can regulate their health by themselves, by just doing what they know that they need to do when they need to do it? So that story, that conversation that I have about not being able to do it by myself prevents me from actually being able to do it by myself. Do you get it? So until I go into the refreshing, seeing myself already 15 pounds lighter, and remove that limiting belief that I cannot do it by myself. Do you get into that change? I would never be able to do it by myself.
So one of the things that, as you're talking about that, I remember one of my newest favorite slogans: as the brain will not make a lie out of itself. The brain does not like to be a liar. So if you're telling yourself that you can't do it by yourself, then the brain is going to make you not be able to do it by yourself. Because whatever you're seeing, your brain is going to make it happen.
That's it. And you guys got to get that. Okay, so my Facebook user, I guess this is still Tiffany. Hopefully it is still Tiffany. I see me walking away from this corporate job and putting my energies on me.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Now, Tiffany.
Yes.
The question is, you're standing while the ball is dropping and the countdown is coming, and you sure enough deserve to have the bottles popping, and whatever's in your glass is within your glass. I ain't encourage you to do nothing that you don't supposed to be doing or shaming you for anything that you are doing. But the glass is up. Right. You are about to make a toast and you bringing it in. What, in fact, are you celebrating?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
vividly,
Yes.
vividly put in the chat.
Yes.
What are you celebrating? What is the energies on me? Like
Mm-hmm.
describe that. Put that in like real
Yes.
words, like on the court, energies
Right.
on me. What does energies on me look like? Like what
Yes.
would you be
Yes.
thinking? What would you be doing? What is it that you would be
Mm-hmm.
experiencing and have
Mm-hmm.
when the energy is on you?
Yes.
What's showing up in your life that's not there now?
Yes. How does
Did-
it look different? What are
yeah,
you seeing different? So
does
you
that
can
make sense?
desire to separate from the corporate, right? And your energies will be on you, but you've got to see
What that
what
looks
that new
like.
looks like. Otherwise, you're still tied to the old.
Right. Tell me what that looks like.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm gonna give you time to think about it. It's all right. We still got some time. Right. And better health. Okay, Carol. So yours is better health and finances. Okay. We gotta go a little deeper.
Right.
Because see, better health
It's one side.
It's just, yeah, better health is still just surface. Because better health for me is 15 pounds off, right? You're like, you can measure that, right? I can
It
get
has
on
to
the
be
scale,
measurable.
right?
Right.
I get on the scale today.
Right.
And what I'm saying is by December, when the ball is dropping,
Mm-hmm.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm 15 pounds lighter than I am today.
Yes. Yes.
So for you, better health is what? What is better health in finances? And finances has to be measurable. It has to be a number. It has to be something, right? It has to be something real in real time. Like it has space. It can be measured. It's time stamped, time bound. Like like real, not a thought, not a wish, not a somewhere out there, not a one day, someday. It's by December the 31st, I believe it's 31 days in December. Y'all don't, hey,
31.
And then 31, right. And then when the ball is dropping, you're celebrating with whatever's in your glass to what?
So when I think about when I first started working on the better health for me, what was measurable was that when I used to get out of the car and walk into a shopping center, I was out of breath by the time I got to the door. So my measurable meant I was able to walk, to the shopping center without getting tired. And it moved to the place where I could go up and down 4 flights of steps on my job. I would walk up or walk down, and I wouldn't take the elevator, or I'd walk around the parking lot and all of that. It was measurable. Right? So it may be a decrease in your blood sugar. It may be your blood pressure is now within normal levels, 120 over 80. It was 150 over 96. What is your better health? What are your outcomes? What do you actually want to see? Because then you can begin to show. Because, human nature is we get kind of, we lose interest and momentum when we can't see a change. So if you can see a change, even in a slight change that's measurable, it'll give you the momentum and energy to keep going.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So y'all drop something in the chat. What is it that you see, right? Because this is a part of showing up. See, when we live, we here, we coaching, we giving, we're teaching, mm-hmm. Right? Oh, yes. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, you want to take this one, or you want me to take it?
Girl,
okay, because okay. I am celebrating, not stressing for other people. It would be me walking up, dropping the kids off, coming back home, and working on my next tip, lectures, class, study, maybe working with clients. It's me putting in the work to be with my family. I see me speaking and telling others change is possible. It's me telling my authentic story about how I am walking in the new.
Can I add one thing to that?
Yes.
Add, how does it make you feel? You've got to add some feeling and emotion to it.
That part.
How does that feel for you?
So I am celebrating. We're going to create a new possibility that you can live into while you're here too, Tiffany. So make sure you got get your pad out. She said feelings. So think about your feelings. So you got to put in the chat now your feelings. We're about to get you. We're about to get you someplace. You're about to have a place to stand. Mm-hmm. So as you are creating from here, from today, as you're working your way to the future, you're going to have and see steps that you're going to be able to take to be able to get there. Okay. I am celebrating, not stressing for other people. I will be waking up, dropping the kids off, coming back home, working on my next tip, lecture, class, study, maybe working with clients. It's me putting in the work to be with my family. I see me speaking and telling others change is possible. It's me telling my authentic story about how I am walking in the new. So how are you walking in the new? Right? That feeling that are you
relieved? Are
okay,
you
here she go. Here
happy?
she go. Here she go.
Okay.
She on it. I am feeling chosen, excited, nervous,
Yes.
adventurous. I am feeling relieved. Okay. So here, so the new possibility that I'm creating for myself and my life is to walk into my new career feeling excited, nervous, but adventurous.
Yes.
I will be transforming lives
Yes.
of the people that I come in contact with through my lectures, my classes, my studies, and my tips. How does that make you feel? Did
I
you
feel
get
good
that?
for her. Look.
Did you like? How does that make you feel? The new possibility I'm creating. She said, "Okay." The new possibilities that I'm creating for myself in my life is to build a new career that leaves me excited, nervous, but adventurous. I will be serving people or transforming people through my lectures, classes, studies, and tips. I'm unstoppable.
Yes.
Right? I'm
Yes.
courageous. I'm
Yes.
confident.
Yes.
I'm doing it.
She's throwing out those I ams, the power of the I am
I'm
statements.
doing it.
I am doing it.
I
Remember,
am doing it.
your brain's gonna make you tell it's gonna be right. If you're saying it, your brain's gonna agree with you and
She
gonna do
said,
everything it can to make it happen for you.
he said, y'all got me about to shout all around this house. You need to, girl. Because that's how you gonna be feeling.
Because that's how you're gonna
because that's
feel.
how you gonna be feeling in December when the ball drop. What? Ain't no need of waiting to shout then. Shout now. You already got it. Remember, you're standing in the
You're
future
standing
already.
in it.
You're supposed to feel like you running right now. Right? You're supposed to feel that. That's what it's supposed to feel like. And here's what I want you to do. So as you are building, and this is going to be a treat. I might even have to delete this. So here's what I need you to do. Here's what I need you to do, Tiffany. Here's what I need you to do. I need you, when you put your steps in your calendar, like the things that you need to do, right, to have that new career, because there's something that you may want to start now. Like, I want to tell, is there something that you could teach right now in the class? And then I'm coming to you, Carol. Don't think I saw your numbers. We're going to get you there. So you next. See, this is what happened when you show up to class. You next. So don't worry about it, Carol. We coming.
You get your private coaching.
Yes, you get it. Okay. So Tiffany, back to Tiffany. So you're standing in your new possibility, right? You're transforming lives through your classes, through tips, through studies and lectures. Out of those 4 things, what's the thing that you could work on like right now?
Today.
Like if I said, hey, Tiffany, I want you to come and do whatever, what could you do like right now that you could put something together for me and you could either teach it or give some tips or whatever? What is that thing? What is that topic? What is that thing? Put that in the chat. All right, then let me go and read what Carol said. Now that's your thing. I'm coming back to you now, Tiffany, because we're doing some work. 30 pounds lighter, BP number better, lung function much better, credit card paid off. All right. So 30 pounds lighter.
How are we gonna do it?
What are you wearing? Yeah, what are you wearing? Tell me what you're wearing on December the 31st. When the ball's dropping.
And you're 30 pounds lighter.
And you're 30 pounds lighter. Mm-hmm. How do you feel? What does it feel like? You know, Adrienne was saying her goal was to be able to walk up to the front of the store without being from her car to wherever she was going without being out of breath. For me, when I was in college, I was experiencing the same thing. Like I was living in Georgia at the time. My parents lived in Norcross, and I think I was at maybe 221, and I could not, like, I was getting tired walking around the mall. Now, young folks, we stayed in the mall. That's our pastime. So how can I not be able to walk around the mall without having to sit down? Like, I had to sit down and take a break. Right. Now, I mean, even though I'm heavier than that, but I run almost like every day, because you do get weight don't make you healthy. Like, it's a whole bunch of unhealthy skinny people. You do get that, right? The pounds is not what determines whether you're healthy or not. It's so much more than that. I want you to get that. Pounds are great, but it's so much more than that. Okay. All right. So tell me what you're wearing, how you feel, what you're doing at your new size with your new body and your new experience of your new body. Now, Tiffany, I'm still waiting for what could you be teaching like right now?
So as Carol's doing that, I don't know. I just felt it for. I just got a one of these. I started feeling like this 30 pounds later.
Okay. She got the shimmy. She got a shimmy. Okay. So I believe now I could teach on releasing the strongholds of your mind by loving the inner you, flaws and all. Okay. You said teaching, releasing. Is that a lecture or is it a course? And is it digital or live or virtual, whatever, however you want to? And I hope you're writing this down, because I hope you see what's happening like right now. Okay, Tiffany. Okay. So is it live? Is it virtual? Is it live? Is it a lecture or is it a class? Is it virtual? And pick the platform, like StreamYard, Zoom. She said, I am writing it down. Okay, good. I'm glad. I hope you are, girl, because this is real deal. This is really happening. It's like really happening. So is it what'd she say? It's a lecture. It's a lecture. Okay, it's a lecture. It's a talk about strongholds. Okay, give me how many points do you want to teach? 3 or 5? And how long is the lecture going to be? What did she say? In person and virtual. Okay, it's a hybrid. Okay. How long is the lecture and how many points you going to teach? Carol, I hope you're writing down what you're feeling, what you're going to look like, what you got on, like all the things, right? Because you might have to go get the dress or get the things, right?
And hang it in your closet
and hang it, right? Whatever it's going to take. 3 points, no more than 45 minutes. Okay. What are you teaching? Give me the 3 points. Because you said you could do this now. So give me the 3 points. Write the 3 points down.
Yes.
Okay, because we're about to and do you have, is this slides or without slides?
With your media.
Yeah. And then what platform did you say for virtual? What platform? Because see, I hope you get what we're doing and you're understanding, but if not, I'm just going to hop in here and say, by you having this conversation and planning it out right, it's going to let you know what skills you have to develop before the 31st in order for you to be able to have like this thing done, right? Done, or maybe even execute it. Because I mean, maybe you have, by the time the ball drops, you would have already done this lecture once or twice or 3, 4, 5 times. Hey, I don't know, because we're building it today. So today you're going to have it.
Right. You already have the structure for it.
You got the plan. You're going to have the plan. And just
you got the plan and the
couple more minutes, you're about to be straight, Tiffany.
Because when it's floating up here, it just seems undoable. What does it say? How to eat an elephant 1 bite at a time?
Oh, yeah. We biting now. We cutting.
We're taking a bite. So when you have it, it's going to be all right here. You got all the steps and you're going to be ready to roll.
You're going to be ready. She said, didn't think about slides. Platform could be Zoom or webinar. You're going to choose. You choosing today. You choosing. Because see, if you leave it in the air, it's something else that you got to figure out. And that brings stress. That's like, oh, I don't know which one.
Anxiety.
We choosing, right? It's either Zoom, Like, and if you want to, base it on what you got, the skills you have now. Because see,
Today.
the more, because remember, I said something you could do right now. So the more things that you pick that you could do right now, the least amount of time it's going to take for you to get in action about what we're talking about.
The more likely you will accomplish it.
That too. Because you ain't going to have as many obstructions, anything hanging up. I truly see how y'all helping me gain clarity. Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody need a coach. I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
I was being coached last night. I was in a session from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then I just called my coach, text her today, like, when can I get my one-on-one? Can I get it tomorrow after 1 o'clock? Because that's when service ends, around 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Right.
See, I don't waste time getting my help. I know I need help, and I'm all right with getting it. And we're going to talk, and here's what we're going to talk about. Let me tell you what me and my coach are going to talk about. We're going to talk about any blockers I have around making the money that I want to make, and any blockers I have around losing this weight. And let me tell you, that ain't even what the class is about.
But my coach.
But see, this is what it is. A lot of times we enroll ourselves in classes and courses for things that we think we need.
Right.
But when we get there, we figure out we need something totally different. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, we missing things. Go ahead, Adrienne. You wanted to say something about the read. Let me read some of this stuff. But go ahead, Adrienne. You was going to say something.
No, I was one of the things about the coaching piece. And I know for myself, one word, you know how someone said one word from God can change your life, right? One word from the coach can unlock something for you.
Yeah.
Just one word.
Yeah.
And you'll see the whole, one of my favorite things is creating aha moments for folks. I help people connect the dots from where they are and where they want to go. Because I may be able to see what your blockages is. If I listen to you long enough, I'm going to hear where you are. And my experiences say, hey, this is what I'm seeing, right? And so you could go another year or 2 or 3 and not see what I saw in that moment.
Facts.
So it'll change your trajectory, right? Just somebody being in the room. And just while we're talking about it for the refreshing, we've got powerhouse women who are going to be there, who are able to do, we've got therapists, coaches, authors, speakers. We've got the gamut who are skilled at what they do. And so because it's a small setting, you get, just like you're getting here, that one-on-one time. You know, you've got the downtime and you can pick the brains and they can hear you and assist you, move you to the next level.
And that's the link. And just in case y'all want, when you want to check it out afterwards. Okay, so because we're still doing work now, but I'm gonna be there. I'm one of the coaches on the thing. I'm going to Jamaica.
One of the coaches.
I'm going.
I'm telling you, it's the powerhouse.
I'm going. Okay, so listen. All right, so Carol, let's go. Let's get this work in. So you're wearing a beautiful black jumpsuit. I need a little bit more too. I want.
Do you have a belt?
On your? Yep. I want any accessories on your feet, right? Because this, and you don't have to tell me the size, but you need to write the size down of the jumpsuit. Because you really probably need to be finding the jumpsuit today.
Right? Put it on your vision board.
Right. You need the jumpsuit in sight. Right. And then let me see. Okay, Tiffany said Zoom. Okay. And then 3 points: release from my thoughts, use the inspiration within the spirit flow. Released from my thoughts, use the inspiration within the spirit flow. 3 points. Are these your 3 points? So release, inspiration, and flow. She said, I already have it. Okay, let's go, Carol. So now, Carol, you got it. You got the accessories. You know what you're wearing. Standing down in December the 31st, tell me 5 things that you're willing to do. I ain't giving you no ideas on what you need to do. What 5 things can you do
beginning today
in the black jumpsuit? And this 30-pound number that you came up with, is that the right number to get you in the jumpsuit? Because we got to make sure that it correlates and that it's realistic, right? 30 pounds in how many, whatever month. Like, I think all things are possible. So we ain't questioning what your number is. Your number is your number. But what is it that you're going to be doing
beginning today
to get the 30 pounds off? Okay. She said, wait. 3 points. Yeah. Identifying your strongholds, use the inspiration within spirit flow. Okay. So, all right. So let's talk about this, because identifying your strongholds, a lot of these are non-tangible, right? It's intellectual shifting. It's like shifts that they have to make in their mind. So in order for people to be able to see the benefit of identifying strongholds, using the inspiration, and being within spirit flow, what would some of their pain points be? What again are they experiencing in life right now because they have these things and they don't know that they have them? So if you had to describe the person that you're looking for to pour this into, what are they experiencing right now? Identifying your strongholds. So someone that have strongholds on them, what is it that they're doing, feeling, saying, experiencing, like right now? Because they don't know that it's a stronghold.
Right.
That's why they need to identify. They don't know that it is. Mm-hmm. It's similar to what I shared, right? I got this stronghold in my mind that's telling me I can't lose the weight without a coach. That's debilitating. Mm-hmm. That's a story. But it's a real conversation to me, because the only time I've ever been able to lose weight is when I have a coach. But that's not the only way. See, like last week, I did this talk about the way and a way. It's like, for those of us believe that Jesus Christ is the way to redeem us to God, it's one way. He's the way. Like, he died, he did all the things, he's it. That's the only way. That's the way for all of us who believe it. Because remember, now there's some people that don't even believe in Jesus Christ. So for them, it ain't a way, it ain't no way, it ain't nothing. But for us who are Christians, we believe that Jesus Christ is the way. And he is the only way, the truth, the life, to get to the redemption that we want to have with God. Okay? But how we all got to Jesus was a way. For me, it might have been a heartbreak and a conversation with somebody. For you, it might have been battling some form of an addiction. Maybe it was your girlfriend that invited you to a singing and you fell in love with the inspiration, and the next thing you know, you was baptized and added to the body. Whatever it is, that's the distinction between a way and the way. The way is one way. And whenever you tell yourself it's only the way, then if that way don't work, you won't do anything.
You're done.
But if you get that losing weight with a coach, it's a way. Right. Losing weight on your own is a way. Drinking water, going to bed at night, those are all a way. These are ways, because some people don't have to do none of those things to lose the weight. You got to figure out what's going to work with your body type, your habits that you have. Like, it's things that you have to learn about you to know what's going to drop the weight, because your body don't want the weight as much as you don't want the weight. But you got to get in alignment with what your body needs. And if you don't know what your body needs, you got to learn it. Right. Okay. But it's not the way, it's a way. So that's the distinction between the way. The way is very limiting. Is one. When you say a way, it's many. More than one way to skin a cat. Where do you think that came from? It's many ways to get to where you want to go. Okay.
Right. So and like Deneen said, when you're stuck on this only one way to get there, when you don't get that way, then your dream goes on the shelf, because you give up. You lose the momentum and the energy to even get it done. You lose hope. And if you don't have the hope, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. So Carol says she got the belt in the small heels. Okay, great. All right. Okay, Tiffany. So depressed, defeated, confused, lost, overwhelmed. Okay, these are your talking points.
Right.
Write it down. So when you're opening up your talk, you got to talk to these pain points.
Right.
Right. So when you say, hey, my name is Tiffany from Tampa Bay, And I'm so excited to be here today. But let me tell you what my stand and who my stand is for. My stand is for all the women that's in the room that feel depressed, defeated, right? Depressed from not being able to reach your goals, defeated because every time you write it down and you take a look at it and you see you're at the same place where you started yesterday and you made no progress, I'm here for you. Or maybe you're just confused because you don't know what actual steps to take to get to this thing that you know in your heart that burns each and every day, that's where you should be. This conversation is for you. Or maybe you just overwhelmed because there's so many things in life that you're dealing with, from being a mom, from being a wife, from being a leader on your job. All the things can be overwhelming, but you know what? I got 3 ways to help you get from inside your head, get some stuff onto paper, and you walking in the flow of what it is that you see for your life. Right? So you get that these pain points are identifiers for the people that you're going to talk to. And you have to do that for everything, right? For every tip like that you want to teach, from strongholds. And what was your other thing? Strongholds,
inspiration and flow.
Inspiration, right. So you want to speak to these things that the person is battling with. So if they need inspiration and they don't have inspiration, what they feel like. If they need to be in spirit flow and they don't have spirit flow, what is not having spirit flow feels like, right? Maybe you're in you're super confused, right? Like you said, or maybe you're in a world where you feel like you have no connection to nature, no connection to people, right? No connection to your creator, whoever they may. She said, okay, I see. This is so exciting. Yes, ma'am. You could get it done. This is but this is the things that you could be doing, like getting your talk together, right? So I'm going to give you these 3 points on how identifying these strongholds or blind spots that you can't see right now. I'm going to help you see this, and whatever it is that you teach to help people see it, give them a taste of it, right? Then inspiration, then give them a taste for that, and then boom, spirit flow, give them a taste for that, and then right after that, where you taking where the next step is. So where you leading them to?
How are they, right? Where are they now going to connect?
Where they going to go? Because you're going to get this lecture and they're going to need another place to go. Where they going?
They're going to need more.
Let us know. Because maybe from the lecture, they're going into this digital course that you're about to build.
There you go.
That's going to take them levels deeper in what you just taught. Because you're just doing the surface level, right? Because you got 45 minutes. Because then you got to answer questions potentially, or you have to tell them where your credentials and your skills come from. And then you got to story tell, right? Like in the beginning, when you start talking about the strongholds and confused or whatever, like right after that, after you finish breaking down, to let them know that they're in the right place. Because see, this is where they're raising their hands when they're like, have you felt depressed because you haven't been able to reach your goals? You had it on your list for the last 10 years and you haven't accomplished it yet. Or you feel defeated because you know that this is where you're supposed to be, but for some strange reason, you can't pull yourself forward. Or maybe you just confused and you just don't know what steps to take. And you just can't believe that with all these degrees that you have, you can't get from point A to point B. Is that you? Is that you? Okay, then I'm here for you. Right. But let me tell you a story. And then you tell them about where you was at, your dip, right? The low point, and then bring them out. Don't leave them down there. Bring them out to where you are now, right? Which qualifies you to be teaching them on these 3 things. The
next level.
So once you tell your story, then you go into, okay, but today I'm about to give you these 3 points. This is about to change your life. Get out your pen and your pad. Note takers are winners. And if you ain't taking no notes, you definitely losing, right? So then after that, then you get into giving them the points. And then you say, okay, so this is how we can deepen our relationship further. I have this 3-week digital course, or this live coaching group session, or whatever it is that you're building. You got 3 months. You can do this. This ain't going to take you no time. You already got your lecture. Your lecture is about to be done. Right. But you got to lead them somewhere else so they can spend more time with you to get what they need. Because yet these are high level, again, thought things, right? Mental shifts don't happen. Like, it takes time to break strongholds down, right? They got to hear it over and over, repetition. They got to practice. Like, it's got to be things they could do. You got to help them see it, hear what it sounds like, so they could stop it in its track. Like, oh, that's the old me. That's the automated running protective mechanism that God gave me in my brain. Thank you, Father. But right now, I need you to be quiet, brain, because that is not the real me.
Right.
That's the learned me from the bad experiences that I have that's trying to protect me. So I'm going to put you on pause. And I'm going to continue to release you. and renew my new mindset
Mm-hmm.
and relaunch myself every day as a new person, because you get to
Yeah.
become whoever you want to be each and every day. So you acted like a nut yesterday, Tiffany, and you didn't like the way you acted yesterday. I'm gonna need you to get some get right, and you won't act like a new Tiffany today. And then same thing, every day you get to choose to be better than you were the day before. And then you're gonna relax and what life is revealing and opening up to you, because you may see it happening a certain way, but don't get stuck, because that's not being in spirit flow.
Right.
Right. And since you're teaching this, like you can have an idea on how you want things to happen, but God may be like, no, that's not how I'm going to bring that to you. Your job is just to believe that it's coming. Your job is just to believe that it can happen. Your job is to prepare yourself for the blessing that you're saying that you want to the best of your ability, but you don't get to decide how it's coming. Do you get that? All right. Carol said, be obedient, stick to my goal, keep the jumpsuit and eyesight, work out and pray. All right. Okay. Be obedient. Be obedient to what?
To what? To whom?
Stick to my goals. What are the goals?
Mm-hmm.
Keep the jumpsuit in sight. Absolutely. With the shoes, the belts, and everything.
Work out how often?
And work out right how often. And pray how often. And here's the kicker. How many people you going to enroll in your new possibility? So the new possibility that I have in my life is to be healthy, sexy, and free. Those are my words. I don't know what the new possibility is for you, right? But I'm thinking you're gonna feel like you looking good in this jumpsuit. So sexy may work, right? But you want to be healthy, right? The new possibility I'm creating for myself in my life is to be healthy, sexy, and free, right? And I will do this by honoring my word to myself, because I know that's where transformation is, right? When I say that I'm going to work out, I'm going to work out. When I say that I'm going to pray, I'm going to pray. And whatever these goals, milestones that I reach for myself, because 30 pounds, I can't lose in one day. So that means the first month I got a goal. And in order for me to get to this goal, these are the activities that I need to take. And if these activities are not getting me to my goal, I got to shift to make sure that I don't let too much time go by before I shift my plan if it's not getting me the results that I want.
Yes.
Right? Because your body do get accustomed to certain workouts and things, and sometimes you got to shake it up because you're a plateau. Right? And working out don't just get you there, right? It's 5 things that I've learned. And again, this is just what I've learned from my body. Number 1 is I need to go to bed. I need sleep. And then I need hydration, number 2. And then I need to not be sedentary. That means every 50 minutes or so, I need to get up and take about 200 steps. I just walk around, walk upstairs, whatever, get the heart flowing and stuff, and then come back, sit down and go back to work, right? Then I need to eat as clean as I can, because eating is probably about 80%, probably about 80%. You got to let go of the hodos, the bobos, and the late snacks and all that. Got to get some order to when you're eating, right? So your body knows what's coming when it's coming, because we think starvation is it, but starvation make the body hold on to fat because it's scared to burn it. So it's going to store it because you don't eat as often as you need to.
It's scared you're going to kill it.
It's scared you're going to kill it. It protects itself. It's just going to hold on to everything. So you need to be eating for what you need, for the amount of energy that you expel. You got to eat for it. Right. And then exercise. Exercise is the last thing, because exercise is actually a stress on the body. So if you're not getting proper sleep, you don't need to be killing yourself doing no like P90X or Tae Bo or whatever the new thing is. You need to be resting. You need to be relaxing. Okay. But eating clean is one of the hardest things, but you need to set like real things, like be obedient. Be obedient to what? Stick to my goal. What are your goals? Keep the jumpsuit in sight. Absolutely. Work out. How many times? How often? What type of workouts? Are you walking? Are you running? Are you doing Pilates? Like, what are you doing? You lifting weights? Are you doing a combination? Do you have a treadmill? Do you have elliptical? Like, what is it that you have already? Are you going to use body weight? You're just going to do push-ups and sit-ups and, all these things, free weights, whatever. You got options, because there's a whole lot of ways to get to the minus 30. Do you understand? Okay. She said, okay, I see it. This is so exciting. Okay, Tiffany, I'm so excited. Tiffany, what's your last name? Do I know you? Have I met you yet? You're in my community. Tiffany, do I know you in Tampa Bay? Did you say Tampa Bay? Did I get that? Did I read that right? Let me go back up here. Is it Tampa Bay? Tiffany from Tampa Bay. Tiffany, how did you get here? I don't know if I know you. Oh, Tiffany. Tiffany Sonsel. Got it, Tiffany. Yes, I do know. Tampa Bay. You live in Tampa Bay? You got coaching sessions. I don't even know why you playing this game. You got 3 coaching sessions that you paid for that you ain't take yet. Tiffany, I'm not even playing with you. Like, Tiffany, stop playing. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Utilize your resources, Tiffany.
You got it. Girl, you wasting
best.
time. You could, girl, come on. And you asked for my number, and I want to say I gave you my number, and you said you was gonna call me, and you didn't call me. But we ain't gonna do that. Okay. We ain't gonna do that, Tiffany, but I'm glad.
Well, now she's got the framework. So when you meet with your coach, you can work it out the rest of the way.
That's it. And we could be building this digital class. So when you give your lecture and your talk, you're leading people right into how you're gonna support them. How you're gonna
monetize it. Yes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
How you gonna support them next?
Yeah.
So okay, so was this good, y'all? Are you gonna tell people to come join us at the refreshing? Join our communities too.
Are either of you, I didn't hear whether or not either you are interested in being an author, because we've got a special treat for authors. If you want to be an author, we have when you leave the island, you're going to be a part of an anthology. So you can be a published author when you leave at the end of the refreshing. We're going to put together a devotional, and you're going to be actually write your prompts before you leave the island.
Thank you so much, ladies. You're so welcome. You got to work your plan, though, Carol. You got to work your plan. Tiffany, you got to work your plan. You got to work your plan. You got to work your plan, right? Yes. Because again, this is just good information. It's like a good word on a Sunday morning. It's just good, but if you don't apply it,
you'll go back to your journal 10 years from today and go, look, I even had it here.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to commit to doing it. So tell me, you guys, what are you committing to doing? Mm-hmm. What are you committing to doing? Like right now, this space starting today, what are you committing to doing? Okay, she said already in motion. She said, thank you so much, ladies. Carol said, she said already in motion.
Good.
Okay, I love that.
Yes.
What are you committing to? Like here in real time. Oh. So here's the thing too, y'all. Here's the thing too. You have to share this new possibility with 5 people. By the end of next week, by next Friday, because today is Saturday. So by Friday, you need to have shared this new possibility that you created today in a way that leaves them touched, moved, and inspired.
Yes. And it also puts fire on your back and holds you accountable. I know I used to say I was going to write a book. And I kept stopping. I won't tell you how many I've started and stopped. But when I put out the date that my book was going to be released September 17, 2017, I finished that book, okay? Because I put it out on Facebook. So I ain't have no choice but to go ahead and finish that book.
That part. She said, I truly and don't want to live in regret. And I'm standing for women who don't want to live in regret.
Yes.
I am committing to writing everything down, following up with my coach. Now, is that coach me or this some other coach that you're talking to? And either way is fine. Right. I just need to know so I can hold you accountable to me. She says, stepping into the unknown. Yeah. I was talking about this yesterday, Adrienne. Because, I love talking about integrity. It's like one of the big things that's so important to everything. Like integrity is what makes life work. It makes things workable, right? When you honor your word and you do your best to keep your word, but you can't always keep your word because things pop up, but you can always honor your word, and you can honor your word by always cleaning up the messes that you make. Like if you know that you're not going to be somewhere when you said you're going to be there, you communicate that. Right? You communicate these things and clean these things up and be in integrity about the things that you're saying, because we are our word. Like that's it. That's what represents us, is what the things that we say and how well we follow up or measure up to the things that we say. But that's why you got to be careful not to commit to things that you're not willing to do. Because in turn, you're not able to honor or keep your word.
Right.
right? Because you become shameful or embarrassed that you, like, we just go through all these crazy things and it's not even necessary.
Right.
If we would just understand that words are creative power, and whatever it is that you say, remember how Adrienne said, whatever it is that you believe, like, you get what you believe. You don't get what you want, you get what you believe, because your conversation is going to speak it, and then your words actually give you the actions to take. So when you create the new possibility I'm creating for myself in my life is to be healthy, sexy, and free, then the next question is, so what do I need to do to be healthy, sexy, and free? Do you see how your words create your actions? So whenever it is that you're saying, it's naturally already telling you what it is that you need to do and what it is that you need to learn and what it will create for you in your feelings in your life and for the people that's around you, because you do get your word affects people around you too, especially when it comes to plans, any type of promises. Right? You keep telling your kids, we're going to go to Disney World. We're going to go to Disney World. And then every year you like, nah, we ain't going to Disney World. So by the time you get to the third, we going to Disney World, they're going to be looking at you like,
whatever.
We ain't going to no Disney World. So you ain't even about to get me excited. Right? And that broken promise, even though in your mind you think Disney World is no big deal, but then when you tell them that you're going to show up for their play or that you love them and you'll always be there for them, they're going to be like, nah, because you can't even take me to Disney World. You done lied to me 2-3 times about taking me to amusement park.
So how can I trust you now?
How can I trust you now? So if y'all got some messes like that to clean up with your kids, clean them up today and tell them that, mommy, sorry she didn't honor her word. And see, you think it's no big deal, even to the corner store to go get a Slurpee. Y'all don't understand. It's the small things, the little things that we step over create trauma for the lives of the people that we care about.
I remember for my son, he was 5 years old when my daughter was born. And I didn't realize it. And I probably have told the story, but it's so powerful for when I hear it again, even for me, when we're talking about integrity and being willing to say you're sorry. So he was 5 when my daughter was born. And I remember years ago, just maybe 10 years ago, looking at videos from that time. And I saw in the video, every time he was in the picture, I was like, move, Justin, move, Justin, move, because I'm trying to get the baby. And so I was convicted, and I'm like, oh my God, did I make him feel like he was an afterthought? And so he's 20 something. And I went to him and I apologized. I said, Justin, I'm sorry if I made you feel small and insignificant when Brianna was born. And I thought he was going to say, oh, no, Ma. He said, thank you.
Look at that. Woo! Like, he been carrying that all that time.
He's been carrying that all that time. He was 20 something. And I was like, wow.
I'm just saying, y'all, it happens, and it's not on purpose. It's not on purpose. We don't hurt our children on purpose. We don't hurt people on purpose. But just get your words are so powerful, and you gotta like we were sharing, and then after this we gonna wrap it up because we done been here for an hour. But listen, I was in training
like that, y'all. We're sorry.
I was in training last night, and we were doing some role playing about having enrollment conversations, and she was practicing inviting me to like an introduction to something. And she said, oh, I have something that I want to invite you to. I believe it'll be so beneficial for you. I said, ho, wait a minute. Beneficial to me, for me, is offensive. Because what beneficial to me is saying underneath it that something's wrong. Right? So that means if you have something that's going to benefit me, it's going to make something better, is what I heard, right? So that means there's a deficiency that I have going on that you see or you believe that I have that maybe you haven't even expressed to me, but you think that this is going to make me better. It's going to benefit me. I said, don't use the word benefit because that would be offensive. Now, if you say, oh, I want to invite you to this event. Oh, it's going to be so much fun, informative, exciting, and maybe even thought-provoking. Now I'm a learner. I like to learn stuff. So that got me excited. Fun, meeting new people. See, that stuff got me excited. But when she said to me, benefit me, that said, oh, something wrong with me. I ain't going to that. One, you think you got something that's going to help me. Tina going to help Ike. Do y'all remember what happened to Tina when she tried to help Ike? I'm just saying, you just never know how people take your words. So you got to be intentional about what it is that you're saying to make sure it lands the way you want them to land. Like you got to practice having enrollment conversations, because of course, when she said benefit me, she thought that was a great word. Right? It's just like telling people, oh my God, you look nice today. And then the first thing they say, oh, so I don't look nice no other day? And it's like, oh Lord, what's happening back here? And now I can't even say you look nice today, right? The today is what caused the problem.
Right.
If you would just say, oh, you look nice. That's it. It's no reference to any other day or time where you didn't look nice.
Right.
Does that make sense? Do y'all get what I'm saying? Do y'all ever had that happen where you be like, oh my God, you look so nice today? And they're like, oh, so yesterday?
So what you saying?
That part. All right, don't say I never taught y'all nothing. I love y'all. Okay, so look, if y'all want to join us in Jamaica, we'll be having an amazing time November the 3rd through the 7th at the Refreshing. We'll be releasing, renewing, relaunching, and relaxing, right? Because that's what it really is all about. And again, our stand is to help you create this new thing. Our stand is to help you really change this time. Our stand is for you to show up in your life and the lives of the people that you care about in a way that you can make a difference, because that's what we all want to do. We want to make a difference. We want to make a difference. So any closing words for you, Adrienne, before we
I am just so excited. I love being on the platform with Denise, my sister here. She is a powerhouse. Do you hear me?
So are you, girl.
And she's going to be one of our speakers. Again, we're going to have an amazing team. You get some one-on-one time. And I really believe that, I won't say it'll make a difference or beneficial, but it will help you do what you want to do and move to your next level and give you the momentum to do it. And I'm just so excited. And I really hope, my heart's desire is to be a blessing to every one of the women who come. So if you can join us, if you can find a way to make it happen, make it happen.
Yeah. Look forward to serving you guys. Have an amazing day. Thanks for coming and hopping in.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Enjoy your week.